Hi guys, welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting stories. We start with left back Alejandro Balde, as it has been reported that Barcelona dressing room pleasantly surprised with the La Masia defenders' performances. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about former Barca goalkeeper Bravo. In a recent interview, he talks Messi, Neymar, Xavi, Iniesta, Dani Alves. We are going to be discussing on everything he had to say. Then to conclude this episode, we are going to be discussing on the financial or the due financial shortfall for Barcelona falling out of Champions League. Of course, we all know that we need a miracle as a stand to advance to the knockout stages of the competition. So we're going to be discussing on the financial shortcomings for not qualifying for the round of 16. So guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't, give the video a like, and please watch right up to the very end. Even though Alejandro Balde made his first team debut for Barcelona last season when Koeman was still in charge, the teenager is enjoying his proper breakthrough campaign this time out. The explosive left-back has become the first choice in that position ahead of established and experienced players like Jordi Alba and Marcos Alonso. That's incredible, right? So much so that, as reported by Catalonia Radio, the Barcelona dressing room has been left pleasantly surprised by the level that Balde has shown so far this season. Indeed, it is claimed that not many expected the teenager to perform at that level he has been doing so far this term. Alejandro Balde has played, I think, 11 games, 11 times in all competitions in this season, registering 3 assists in the process. And of course, given his performances, as we see, it is being reported that Balde could be a surprise inclusion in Spain's FIFA World Cup squad next month. The report further shed light on the reasons behind Balde's progression, which started in the pre-season, and he displayed great focus and ability to absorb the tactical instructions passed on by the manager, Xavi, and his coaching staff. So it is stated that Balde trained humbly and was open to learning despite his innate talents that he has, which has helped him grow a lot. Furthermore, mentally, the youngster is believed to have made some changes, while he also worked a lot on, I think, improving tactically, especially in the defensive phases and when he does not have the ball. Manager Xavi, who has had a huge impact, very huge impact on this young star, alongside other young stars like Pedri and Gavi, is once again believed to have been key in Balde's development, as the La Masia ace believes in him and understands that he will get better and better if he follows the manager's instructions. There are still areas of the game that Balde needs to work on, while he still lacks that bit of maturity, which was seen in the El Clasico. Seen as one of the fastest players in the team, the 18-year-old also needs refining with his decision-making when he enters into the final third. But the impact that he has made so far this season has left a major impression on the Barcelona dressing room. It's really something to be surprised about. Heading into this season, I don't think there was anybody who did foresee Balde being a regular. Last season he did play, but he played very few. I think just 2 or 3 games the whole last season. And heading into this season, nobody saw it coming. So the coaching staff, everybody have been impressed. This report, as we are talking about, claiming that the whole Barca dressing room are pleasantly surprised about the performance of Balde this season so far. It's great to see. He's just 18 years old, and of course, the future of this club is secured. When we look at the kind of young stars, the talents that we have right now at their teenage years, then when they get mature with time, what more? We have this Barca we have a future. It's just the fact that we need to have a good, always have a coach who will always be there to take them towards the right direction, because having these brilliant stars who are still young also need good coach by your side, a good coach who can direct them, who can nurture them. It's very important, very, very important. So Balde is doing so well this season. Even though there are certain things he must improve, definitely, but the way he's performing is really surprising because nobody saw it coming. He's only 18 years old. His contract expires in 2024. There have been some talks lately about Barcelona looking to extend a contract. It's definitely, I think it's true. Barca will try to extend the contract. When we look at the performances, and Alba and Alonso, who are more senior and more experienced than the young star, have been bench products for most games. It says a lot. At that age, still new in the game, you're already benching some hugely experienced players. Being the first choice is something to be happy about, to be pleased about. So let's see. Barca, as I said, they'll try to extend his contract, but they'll do that after the January transfer window for some reasons that Barcelona want to ensure that the wage bill is enough, because if they do extend his contract before the January window, it might just disturb our transfer activity in that January window. So Barca are not in a haste. They will try to do that, after the January window come and pass. So let's see how it goes. Then on to the next story of discussion. Claudio Bravo may have spent 2 years, just 2 years at Barca, but the Chilean goalkeeper tasted tremendous success during that period. Indeed, the shot stopper who had joined Barca from Sociedad in 2014 was part of the treble-winning squad in his debut season and went on to add another La Liga title to his kitty in the next campaign, before eventually leaving to Manchester City in 2016. During his first his 2 year stint at Spotify Camp Nou, Bravo played with some of the greatest players in the history of the club, like Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Alves, among others. Speaking to the Players Tribune, Bravo, who currently plays for Betis, reflected on his time at Barca and spoke about the superstars he shared the dressing room with. Looking back on the ordeals he had to go through in his career to finally reach the heights he did upon joining Barca, Bravo said, "When I played at Camp Nou, I always thought about how hard it was for me to get to Barca when I used the balls, how long I had to wait, the difficulties, and I said to myself, well, now all I have to do is to enjoy." Reminiscing on his Zamora Trophy success during the time at Barca, the Chilean veteran said, "I was recognized as the best goalkeeper in La Liga and I won the Zamora Trophy when I played for Barca. I'm very grateful for that." Bravo also discussed how he used to celebrate Messi's goals even before the record Ballon d'Or winner would shoot. He said, "When I played for Barca, the best player in the world was in our team, Messi. Seconds before Messi took a shot, I was already celebrating his goal." Further talking about the Argentina captain, the Real Betis A said, "Usually we look at players like Messi as if they are from another planet. But I was amazed with Leo, the simplicity he has, his human side, he's a normal person. It's very easy to interact with him." He also touched upon the other big characters in the dressing room at Barca during the time, saying that in the big clubs there are always nice people, very nice and great human beings. Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, players who have won a lot of things and are very humble. These are things that we almost never talk about in other players. When asked about Neymar, Bravo said, "He's like a child, just like Griezmann. Nate transmits a lot of happiness. He makes a lot of jokes. He's a happy boy. You have to have a balance of joy and seriousness in the dressing room." And Neymar gave the joy. The former Barcelona shortstopper also held the professionalism and commitment of Dani Alves, stating that people sometimes have the wrong image of the veteran Brazilian. He said, "Many people have a wrong image of Dani. Dani is a very responsible player, very, very, very professional. He was the first to arrive in training and the last to leave. Every day he went to the gym, but people outside the club, have another image of him." Then on to the final story of discussion. It's not just a sporting problem. FC Barcelona's elimination from the UEFA Champions League group stage, which is not confirmed but seems extremely likely as it stands, will pose a financial shortfall for Barca. Teams are rewarded for every point they gain and for advancing through the stages. It's understood that the team was expecting to reach at least quarterfinals this year. Barring a small miracle, Barcelona will fall short of that. Barca have earned almost 19 million from the group stage and, of course, could earn a further 5.6 million euros if they win their next two games. They will reach 9.6 million euros if they made it into the first knockout stage and would get an additional 10.6 million euros for advancing for the quarters. That means they expected 20.2 million from the Champions League just from getting as far as quarterfinals. Barcelona could earn some money for advancing through the Europa League. It is not nearly as much as the Champions League, but that is one way to recoup the shortfall. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.